Go. Eagle, go. Econ.
7, 6, 4, 2, 1, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. Final visit against the vision of Hubble into the deepest grandeur of our universe.
Houston, Atlanta, small program with the FCS channel.
This movie will be a look at all that Hubble has accomplished throughout its lifetime, including the servicing missions. Hubble is a dramatic example of the ability of machines and humans to work together. That you can have a telescope up there working 24 hours a day, and yet people come along and inject new technology every so often to make it better, to keep it from being outdated.
Atlantis on its way, all 3 engines now throttle.
Atlantis, Houston, no action on the MPS H2 out key. Houston, we copy, no action. Back at 104, Scooter.
Right, on the big screen and in 3D, because I had been very nervous as one of the guys making the calls about what to shoot, when to shoot it, what f-stop to use, all those decisions you make when you're shooting film, and to see it there, 3D, that it all worked. It was a very rewarding experience. It felt great.
But we really wanted to have this thing on board because it takes us magnificent film, and it's a great way to share the experience. And IMAX is a great film making bunch of people, so they're able to find a place where we could put it and still see the telescope and see the work we were doing. So it worked out great. And then we had cameras inside as well that we were going to use, high definition cameras that we were used to film our, what we're doing out inside the cabin and outside. And so there's a lot of filmmaking capability on the space shuttle. So they have to try to make us into filmmakers.
And what was it?
Well, instead of just saying, okay, this is the call out in the checklist, turn the switch on, turn it off, it was really, we want to get this shot, and we had to decide, was the lighting right at that time? What should the setting be? What lens should we use to get the shot? It was much more involved, and there was much more real-time directing, really, saying, okay, yes, this is the shot I want to go for, or no, it's not quite what we really want. We're going to reprioritize and go on to something else. So a lot of brain power in throwing that switch in the end.
I'm just looking out the window here, and it's an unbelievably beautiful sight. Amazingly, the exterior of Hubble, an old man of 19 years in space, still looks in fantastic shape.
But what I like about it, gives us a way to share what we did. So one of the things I try to do is interview my crewmates, and I think we'll see some of those tonight, where I try to get them just in, on the shuttle, just like you're in your house, more or less, and ask them what they were doing and how they were feeling and how things were going, to try to show folks that, we're just regular people who are doing this really cool thing, and try to share it with them. So I was very motivated to try to become a filmmaker, but I don't know if I really call myself a filmmaker, more like just a guy with a camera.
Look over this open mass. It's great, John. We see you coming out. Yeah, you guys look great. Drew, you look awesome. You can see the reflection of the Earth in your visor. It's awesome. Fantastic.
You actually were the last guy to pat it goodbye. What were you thinking when you patted Hubble goodbye? What was going through your mind?
Happy voyages. I hope everything that we did worked. It's hard not to think of Hubble as something alive, but I really was thinking of Hubble as a friend.
No, you still have to. You still have our helmet cameras during all the spacewalks. We're still using some of the cameras inside to document things. I think, and we still took IMAX footage. That was part of the spacewalks, was to take the IMAX footage. But yeah, it's not necessarily your first priority, unfortunately, because you got to, we want to make a film. We don't want to make it a tragedy, We want to be able to fix a telescope. We don't go back, oh, this is a film on how we screwed up the future of astronomy, That's not a good. That wouldn't be good. Astronauts as filmmakers of sad movies. We didn't want that. So we had to handle that first, and you don't want as many distractions.
Well, I just finished shooting an IMAX scene in
So I'm done with that, so I want to get a little exercise in before I shoot my next scene. So it's a little stress relief here on the mid-deck.
Clear the pin.
Clear the pin. Mode switches and off.
I guess before we break the A-latch, which is a game-ending activity, so we ought to try that.
Opening.
Supposed to be at a ref ball of about 65. You said 35 opening.
Yep.
Do you have a H dot?
Negative.